You find a ring, small, worn, forgotten, but something makes your heart race. Your initials are engraved on it. How is this possible? You've never owned this ring. You've never seen it before. But there it is, marked with something that belongs to you. This isn't a coincidence. Someone left it there. Someone wants you to see it. But why? Who? What does this ring mean? Do you ignore it and carry on with your life? Or do you confront the mystery it brings? You hold the ring between your fingers, small, cold, marked by time. Its weight doesn't come from the worn gold, but from what it carries. Your initials. You take a deep breath. Look around. No one. No suspicious gaze. No sign that someone left it there on purpose, but the discomfort grows within you. This doesn't make sense. You try to remember. Any forgotten memory, any ring lost long ago? Nothing. This ring was never yours. But then why does it carry your initials? You examine it closely. The inside shows natural wear, as if it had been worn for years. But there, right in the center, the letters are still clear, as if someone had marked them strongly so they would never fade. Your heart races. This is not just a lost object, this is a message. Someone wants you to see this, someone wants you to wonder, someone wants you to remember. But remember what? The feeling that you are being watched grows. You raise your head and scan the surroundings. Nothing seems out of the ordinary, but paranoia has already settled in. You need to find out where this came from. Step 1. The place. The first thought is obvious. Where exactly did you find this ring? If it was in the middle of the street, then it could just be a lost item. But it doesn't feel that way. The way it was positioned, the way it seemed to shine for a moment, as if it wanted to catch your attention. This was no accident. You return to the location, you observe more closely. No other apparent clues, no papers, no other objects around. But if this ring was there for you, then that means someone knows where you would be. Step 2. The engraving. You take a photo. Zoom in on the image. You analyze the initials. There's no doubt. They're yours, but there's something else. Small, almost imperceptible. A scratch next to the letters. It doesn't look natural, it seems handmade. You grab a cloth and gently rub it. The sweat on your hands makes the metal feel heavier. And then you see it. It's not just a scratch, it's a number. A number engraved next to your initials. A date? A code? Step 3. The connection. You feel a chill run down your spine. This isn't a coincidence. This ring means something. It didn't just fall there. It was placed there, waiting for you. You take a deep breath, close your eyes for a moment. There's someone, somewhere, who knows what this means. The question is, are you ready to find out? You grip the ring in the palm of your hand, the cold metal against your warm skin. The number engraved next to your initials is now an obsession. What does it mean? A date, a password, an address. You type the numbers into your phone, nothing. You search on Google, nothing, but this isn't just any number, you can feel it. A thought strikes you like lightning. What if it's a phone number? Your heart races. You open the dialing app. Enter the number slowly, finger by finger. Last chance to stop, you hesitate. Something inside you screams not to do it. But the other part, the one that needs to know, wins. You press call. The silence is heavy. Then, dialing. The phone rings once, twice, 3 times. A dry noise in the background. A click. Someone picked up. You don't say anything. The breathing on the other side is soft, controlled, as if they've been waiting for this call for a long time. You finally found it, a voice says. Low, unhurried. Your body goes numb. Who is this person? How did they know you would call? You try to speak, but your throat is dry. Don't hang up. The tone is neither threatening nor a request. It's a certainty. The air around you feels heavier. Your mind races in 1,000 directions. The ring, you found it where I left it. So it was deliberate. You were meant to find it. Who are you? Your voice comes out quieter than you expected. It doesn't matter who I am. What matters is what you're going to do now. You grip your phone tightly. This can't be a game. The number engraved, is it a date? Silence. The breathing on the other end deepens. It's the day everything began. What? What began? You know? Your heart races. You're sifting through memories in your mind. That date. Does it mean something, some event, some memory? But there's nothing that makes sense. I don't understand. Not yet. But it's time. The call drops. Silence. You look at the phone, at the ring, at the numbers. Now, you have one certainty. This isn't over. It's just beginning. The silence after the call hangs in the air. The phone's still in your hand, the screen dark as if nothing had happened. But it did. You heard that voice. Someone knew you would find that ring. What began on that date? What were you supposed to remember? Your stomach churns. Something inside you knows there's an answer. Something that has been buried. Something that is now rising to the surface. You sit down. Take a deep breath. Force your mind to go back in time. The date. You grab a piece of paper and write down the numbers, repeat them softly. This should mean something. Nothing comes until your heart leaps. The date feels familiar. Not just any date. Something important happened on this day. You open your phone's calendar, search. Your blood runs cold at the sight. That date is marked. An old event. A note lost to time. Last day. Last day of what? You close your eyes and push your mind. A place. A memory surfaces, fragmented. A street. A strong smell of rain on asphalt. The cold on your skin. And then, a face. Your heart tightens. Someone was there with you that day, but who? And why now, after all this time, has this ring appeared? You need to go back. You rise to your feet, grabbing the keys. Whatever it is, what started that day is not over yet. You leave the house with your mind consumed by thoughts. The ring is still in your pocket, cold against your skin. Each step feels heavy, as if the very ground is trying to keep you from moving forward. The address that pops into your mind is not just any address. It's a place you haven't visited in years. You drive without really paying attention to the road. The city feels quieter, as if holding its breath. The streetlights flicker oddly, and every passing car seems to be there for a greater reason. And then, you arrive. The place where it all began. A narrow street, cracked asphalt, walls stained by time. You get out of the car slowly, feeling the weight of the moment. The smell of dampness, the chilly wind, the feeling of déjà vu is overwhelming. You take a few steps and stop. Your eyes scan the surroundings, searching for something. Until, there, that pole. The sight hits like a punch to the stomach. You've been here before, in that same position, looking at that exact spot. The memory rushes back, quick, aggressive. The scream, the sound of footsteps running, the dull thud of something falling. You weren't alone that day, your chest constricts. Someone was with you, someone you haven't seen in a long time, or rather, someone who disappeared that day. Your heart races. The ring in your pocket feels heavier now. You sense a presence. Something has changed in the air. Someone else is here. You turn and see a shadow at the end of the street. Your body freezes. The air around you becomes thick, as if time itself has slowed down. The shadow is there, motionless, watching. You can't see the face, just the silhouette still, as if waiting for you to make a decision. Your heart races so fast that you can feel the pulse in your throat. The chill of the night doesn't matter. Your skin is warm, as if you're about to come down with a fever. Your fingers clutch the ring inside your pocket. This person knows something. You feel the weight of the choice, to speak or to walk away. But walking away is no longer an option, is it? You swallow hard and take a step forward. The shadow remains still. Who are you? Your voice comes out steady, but your chest shakes inside. Nothing. No answer. You take another step. The person doesn't move. The street seems to close in around you, as if the entire world has narrowed down to this moment. Then, the shadow steps forward. The dim light from the lamppost illuminates a fragment of the face. It's a familiar face. Your stomach churns, your mind desperately searching for an explanation. And then a shock. That person's eyes fixate on the ring. An icy shiver runs down your spine. This person knows what the ring means. This person was here that day. And then they speak. You took a long time to come back. Your blood runs cold. You open your mouth, but no words come out. What does this mean? Was this person waiting for you? Was this meeting planned, or worse, did you already know that one day you would have to return? Your chest tightens. The phrase echoes in your mind. You took a long time to come back. That person's voice is firm but unhurried, as if they knew that sooner or later you would be here, as if everything was waiting for this exact moment. Your body wants to run, to deny what is happening, but your feet won't move, your breath is heavy. The ring in your pocket feels warmer now, as if it's burning against your skin. Who are you? You force the words out, but your voice sounds smaller than you wanted. The person steps forward again. Now the light reveals part of their face. Your eyes widen. The shock is immediate. You know this person, but that doesn't make sense. This person disappeared. This person was there on the day marked by the ring, and then something even worse hits you like a bolt of lightning. This person shouldn't be alive. Your body stiffens. Your mind refuses to accept it. But that presence there, real, leaves no room for doubt. I warned you that you would need to remember. That person's voice is quieter now, but laden with something you can't define. Pain? Guilt? Warning? Your eyes lock onto theirs. You try to speak, but all that comes out is a trembling murmur. This isn't possible. The silence weighs heavily between you. The street, once just empty, now feels suffocating. The person slowly raises their hand, and something glimmers between their fingers. You feel your heart skip a beat. Another ring, identical to yours. This person has the other half of the story. Now, there are no more doubts. This wasn't an accident, it wasn't a coincidence. This ring wasn't just lost, it was left for you. And the question you never wanted to ask looms like thunder. What happened that day? Are you ready to hear the answer? Or do you still prefer to believe that some truth should remain buried? Time seems to distort around you. The silence between you stretches, heavy with something that can't be ignored. Your heart beats so strongly it echoes in your ears, and your breath is quick and tense. The person in front of you slowly raises their hand, allowing the second ring to shine under the dim light of the street lamp. Identical to the one you found, the confirmation that none of this is a coincidence. Your body is locked between fear and the need to know. What happened that day? Your voice comes out hoarse, nearly inaudible. The person looks at you for a moment before letting out a soft sigh. You really don't remember. The tone isn't accusatory, but there's something in it that carries a pain that's hard to describe. You feel a knot tighten in your stomach. Your mind races to try to find an answer. You need to remember. Your gaze shifts to the ring that this person is holding. The subtle shine of the metal, the same signs of wear, as if both of you had shared the same story. You begin to speak, but you don't finish, because something breaks inside you. A flash, a memory, screams, the sound of hurried footsteps, rain hitting the pavement, fear, an impact, a body falling. Your body trembles. It can't be. You look at the person in front of you, and for the first time you notice the expression in their eyes. It's not anger, it's hurt. A chill runs down your spine. You feel a cold wave wash over your skin. The truth is there, waiting to be accepted. But your mind fights against it. I did something, didn't I? Your voice is a whisper, but the other person understands perfectly. The confirmation is in the silence. You left me there. The shock pierces through your chest like a blade. The air feels heavy. The street appears even narrower. You left this person behind, and now, years later, the past has come back to claim what was forgotten. The ring, the date, the number, everything brought you back here. The question you never wanted to face is right in front of you now. What really happened that night? And why don't you remember? The person tightens their grip on the ring and takes a step closer. It's time to remember. Your chest tightens. The weight of those words falls on you like a blow. It's time to remember. The ring in your pocket feels like it's burning your skin. The other one in that person's hand glimmers in the dim light. Two fragments of an unfinished story. Your heart races. Fear mixes with the need to know. You left this person behind. But why? How? What happened that night? The memory is still hazy, but flashes begin to emerge. The rain, the wet ground, the sensation of running, fleeing, a scream frozen in time. You close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Force your mind to remember, and then the impact, the body falling, the blood on the sidewalk. Your chest tightens, your body shudders. You were there. You saw it all, but you did nothing. You ran away. Your gaze meets the person in front of you. The pain in their eyes is unmistakable. They didn't need to say anything more. You already know. The truth had always been there, waiting for the right moment to resurface. And now it has finally found you. What will you do with it? You can keep running. Pretend you never found that ring, never received that call. Or you can face what you've left behind. The past has returned, and this time you can't ignore it. Now I want to know from you, what would you do in this character's place? Would you have the courage to confront the past? Comment down below and let me know. If this story caught your attention, subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Don't forget to leave a like to support and ensure that this mystery continues. The next secret might be closer than you think. Are you ready to find out?